A very good evening. This is Abigail bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. San Francisco has the most stringent constraints on religious gatherings of any other city in the United States. If someone wants to pray into any church, only one person at a time can enter. There can be no ceremony in the church. Services can be held outside, that is parking lot, plaza, courtyard, etc., but with only 25 participants. And yet large mega stores can admit hundreds of customers. People are allowed to eat outdoors on restaurant patios with no set capacity limits. Last Sunday, September 20th, 2020, several hundred Catholics gathered on Sunday morning in front of the San Francisco City Hall for a Free the Mass demonstration and march. It was a call to San Francisco public officials to reopen churches for worship at a level consistent with other activities in the city. From there, San Francisco Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone led the procession to the cathedral. It was one of the largest religious gatherings in the region in months. Streets were closed and the city police offered excellent security. Salesian educators from DBTI Victorious, SLSDB Dumaguete and DBTC Cebu come together as one in an afternoon of meaningful sharing and reflection during the first FIS School Lay Mission Partners Assembly attended by the school's respective principals, vice principals, guidance, counselors, librarians and registrars. Father Godofredo Etienza, SDB, the FIS Provincial, also joined the said assembly. Discussion on the school status update, best practices, ongoing initiatives and program proposals transpired during the session. This will be the first of the series of online encounters among FIS schools geared towards fostering collaboration among the three FIS schools to create a brand of one Salesian educational system. This was made possible through the efforts of Father Rooney John G. Under, SDB, FIS School Sector in charge. On 25th September, Reverend Father Biju Michael's maiden visit to the Salesian province of Hyderabad as the regional for South Asia is a blessing to the conference. After his visit to the Karnataka region, he is on his way to Kerala for the consultation for the provincial of Bangalore province. His visit reassures not just the conference in the provincial house, but also all the Salesians in the province. Clubs are a staple in Bosconian culture. Bosconians naturally bond with one another even during the pandemic. Quarantined though at home, we continue our youth groups online to keep Don Bosco's dream of happy young people a reality. As Don Bosco Technical College, Cebu pushes forward with the online academic school year 2020-2021, the Salesian Youth Movement (SYM) ensures that youth clubs remain alive to foster Bosconian friendship and spread holiness among peers during this restriction-laden time. Our clubs continue to meet online twice a month on Saturdays and on other times set by the group. Each session comes with varying, creative and engaging activities for all members. DBTC is not a Salesian school without its sodalities, as youth group members are the fire which keeps religious events alive in the school. Activities like online weekly Bible sharing, weekly live stream rosary, online talks and Salesianity sessions for the young are in order to deepen their faith amidst these hard times and more importantly promote Bosconian culture. The SYM has other activities prepared to keep our Bosconians engaged. Live stream online concerts, family altarina contests, Holy Weend, kiddos dressing up as saints during Halloween, Bible quizzes, inputs on mental health and many more. Stories from across the globe speak of children and youth who are long to make our world beautiful and livable. They are the warriors who challenge the might and indifference of both the political and the corporate class. For instance, Greta Thunberg is a household name. Gretas serve as inspiration and challenges to the powerful where they live and make their voices heard because of one important factor: they speak truth to power. The accompanying college shows school children in a faraway little village in Andhra Pradesh, India, campaigning for the protection and conservation of water bodies polluted by industries. They are mobilizing themselves everywhere, often taking risks that grown-ups are unable or unwilling to grasp. Last year, more than 80,000 young children and youth took part for the New York City Climate Strike March. The culmination and awarding of the Let's Plan Positivity Challenge took place at the Garden of Lords. 8 winners happily received their deserved prizes. Truly, they say, you really reap what you sow. However, there is more to harvesting than just this initial price, because the actual price one can get from planting depends really on the amount of change it brings to one's life. This hashtag Let's Plan's Positivity Challenge was organized by the Parish Youth Coordinating Council, Lourdes, with the guidance of Father Abundio Bikaten, their new youth director. It started last July 9th of this year up to now, finally being its culmination day. This was organized for the purpose of letting young people know the importance of planting and helping them combat the negativity of the pandemic. On 25th September 2020, 6 students of Don Bosco Academy, Ali Rajpur, Ali Asgar Merchant, Sakina Cyclewala, Sakina Kukshiwala, Stuti Rathore, Nishit Solanki and Ruchi Ram were called to the school and through a webinar interaction with Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan were honoured for securing 85% and above in the HSC board examinations. Shri Chauhan had a dialogue with some students of different districts of the state and encouraged the students to continue excelling in their studies. He also promised to help further financially those students who, in spite of being physically challenged, have achieved these heights. He also encouraged the students to give their best and get the talents out for the upliftment and betterment of the state and nation. The season of creation is a time to renew our relationship with our Creator and all creation through celebration, conversion and commitment together. In his message for the season of creation 2020, Pope Francis stated that we are called to protect creation. The season of creation is a sacred time to remember, return, rest, restore and rejoice. Celebrations of the season of creation, which is an annual ecumenical event held from 1st September to 4th October 2020, began at Don Bosco's Meghalaya with great fervour with an inaugural prayer service attended by the children, staff and management. All those in attendance pledged to take every possible step to care for our common home. So with a message of love and care for nature began the season of creation, adhering to the call of Pope Francis to pray for the care of creation with an evening prayer for our earth. On 10 September, the Salesian Conference of Meghalaya, as part of their monthly recollection, reflected on Pope Francis' encyclical Laudato Si, to help the boys explore the unfolding wonders of God's creation and to lead them to praise and thank God. Every Saturday evening and animated prayer service was organized. The Salesian province of Hyderabad through BSK Planning and Development Office has begun the second phase of food and nutrition supplies to mark the World Day of Migration and Refugees through Salesian houses in the state of Telangana. The 106th World Day of Migrants and Refugees WDMR is celebrated today with the title Like Jesus Christ Forced to Flee. Pope Francis urges us this year to discover the reality of internally displaced people more deeply. BSK planned to distribute food and nutrition supplies to all the Salesian communities across the province during its second phase. On this World Day of Migration and Refugees, the Salesian communities at Don Bosco Mission Vaira, Don Bosco Junior College Chandur, Don Bosco Philosophate Karunapuram, Don Bosco Human Resource Development Center DBHRDC Galigarpur, St. Theresa's Church Samat Nagar, Don Bosco School Motinagar, St. Francis Saviour's Church Borobanda, Sacred Heart Novitiate Manoharabad, Don Bosco Institute of Research and Development for Youth BIRDY and Don Bosco Provincial House Bandlaguda Jagir have distributed food, nutrition and health kits to 2,210 families. The Don Bosco Development Society (DBDS), in joint collaboration with Don Bosco Mondo, Bonn, Germany, helped 300 poor families by distributing relief kits containing ration and toiletries. A total number of 20,000 poor and needy in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat will be helped in these coming weeks through this new project. Father Rolvin D. Mello, Executive Director, DBTS, along with other Salesian priests, staff and volunteers are currently executing this task. Speaking on the occasion, Father Rolvin thanked Don Bosco Mondo for the financial support. Social distancing and other government compliances were strictly adhered to during this entire process. Since April 2020, DBDS has touched the lives of more than 312,000 poor and needy, providing for their basic needs during this challenging time of COVID-19 pandemic. With that, we have come to the end of today's edition. Thank you for joining us. See you again tomorrow at the same time and in the same channel.